Hello everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. I saw this mod, and I just really wanted to try it out. So, you get a video, and a second video in like a week. Holy shit. Although this one's like a proper video. The other one was just me rambling for like 15 fucking minutes. So, yeah, this is the USA states. It also includes Mexico and, of course, the Canadian provinces and territories. So that's always fun. Excuse me. I want to battle royale, and I want to see what state or province is the best. Also, why is it just called Columbia? It's British Columbia. I fucking live here. I live south of this city, which the city I live in should honestly be represented. Why is Kamloops there and Radium Hot Springs, but not Kelowna? Or anything. Like, what? Why Likely and Nazco? Where the fuck is Prince George? Why Houston? What's this? Fort Nelson. Well, okay, Fort Nelson I can at least kind of agree with. No Prince Rupert? No? No? Well, at least we got Vancouver, Victoria. Anyway, I was about to say, is Olympia there, not Seattle? Holy shit. Anyway, we're gonna battle royale, and we're gonna see which of these beautiful states or provinces or Mexican states could win. Will America prove powerful? Will Canada surprise us? Will Mexico upset poor America in their conquest for getting the illegals not across the border or whatever? If you vote Trump, this could trigger you. If you're in Canada and you don't like Americans, this could trigger you. Just so you know, if you're Quebec, you will definitely be triggered because you're always triggered. But anyway, let's go on our merry way here and hope this doesn't crash. And okay, wars are being declared. Oh my god, a lot of them. Pennsylvania just kicked somebody's ass. Oh, Delaware. Okay. State of North Carolina, state of Georgia, DC is somehow... Wait, DC won against Maryland? How the fuck? Hold on. How do they have 3 divisions? Who let them have divisions? It's okay. Pennsylvania seems to have more. Yeah, Pennsylvania has 2, 3, 4, 5, but it looks like... Oh, no, they have 6, but one's got surrounded. One's fucked. So we've seen a lot of like little states get taken over. Nova Scotia is holding its own on its border there. They're not going to fall until there's a big army on their side, I don't think. Are they actually pushing into... Push in! Yes! Nova Scotia. Oh, Maine, you're fucked. Massachusetts is definitely doing quite the job here. Who is Quebec at war with? Oh, they are at war with New Brunswick, but they just aren't moving their divisions through. Massachusetts is taking that. Why aren't they at war with Labrador? I figured they want to take Labrador land. But hey, whatever. Who are the Newfies at war with? Nobody? Nobody. Okay. There's a lot of shit going on. Oh, there's the kingdom now. What? Kingdom of who? Who the fuck? Who formed a kingdom? I think it was a Mexican formation. Florida and North Carolina are warring over what's left of the Georgian land. Oh, Virginia's coming into... Virginia. Buckeye Imperium. Oh, shit. Ohio formed the Buckeye... Socialist Republic of Illinois as well formed. Wisconsin Empire. Minnesotan Empire. Oh, shit. Big Sky formed. Yes. Yes. I'm all for it. And they're also kicking Alberta's ass. I'm sorry, Nutmeg Empire? Who the fuck has the Nutmeg Empire? Kingdoms of... Okay. Old Mexican Republic. Yucatan has gone socialist. Texas is a big boy. Although most of their troops just got trapped in the Old Mexican Republic, so... They're actually not as, like, big... Like, their army isn't as big as I thought it would be. California's got some decent troops. Colombia's actually losing pretty hardcore to Washington and Alaska right now. Their capital is Nazco. They've lost all of their good shit. Big Sky is looking a little frail. Saskatchewan, weirdly doing okay. Ontario doing okay as well, fighting Manitoba. They're probably going to win that one. Oh, Quebec formed Souvance. I think that's how you pronounce that. But they formed... they're trying to take out Pennsylvania, who has somehow managed to land a troop in Quebec City, which is their capital. So their capital actually fell. I think they if they can retake the port, they should be okay. Well, unless this guy takes Gasp. Because there's a port at Gasp here. So, yeah, Pennsylvania could take them out from the inside. The Garden State, also known as New Jersey, is at war with what's left of, I think, Connecticut up here. There's one guy left, and they're certainly winning that battle. Because Massachusetts is also there. And, yep, they died. And Massachusetts versus New Jersey. This could be interesting, everybody. New Jersey has no troops up here, otherwise they could flank them from behind. That would have been nice, but Massachusetts did take Nova Scotia, which is sad. But that's fine. This is a fucking mess. What the fuck happened up here? Is California taking out Washington? Please do so. Fix this border. Somebody eat Saskatchewan alive and fix that border. Alberta's somehow still hanging on. I gotta give Alberta credit. They haven't fully collapsed yet. Anarcho-Alaska is a thing, and they're also at war with Alberta, so that's probably gonna take Alberta out. Texas took out that Mexican empire. They're now at war with Oklahoma, who has an army, but it's up north, fighting Saskatchewan. It should probably go south. Ontario, you're doing terrible. You can't even take up fucking Manitoba. Just send a troop up into Rankin Inlet. They'll probably give up. To literally walk this guy north. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Quebec, my god, my dude. You're not doing so well. We don't have many Canadian things left. We have Quebec, Manitoba, Ontario, and Saskatchewan, I think. And that's it. Everything else is dead. Massachusetts declared war on the Garden State. Oh, New Jersey. I thought they were already at war. Why are they declaring war on each other? There they go. Alaska declared war on Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan has troops, though. They could defend, but they're at war on a couple of fronts, so I don't think they're going to be able to defend on both fronts, which is a shame, because they're one of the last Canadian ones left. We've got Ontario with 10 whole divisions, but I don't think they're the strongest by any means. I think Texas probably has more. Oh, no, Texas only has 6. Okay. California, maybe? 5. How does Ontario have the most divisions? I mean, they're shit, probably. But how do they have the most? Or at least, from what I can see, they have the most. They are probably garbage. Pennsylvania is doing really well. 5 to 8 divisions, so they, yeah. Massachusetts, 9 divisions, so they're pretty close. Massachusetts very strong, very strong. Commonwealth of Virginia does not have very many divisions. I don't know how they've managed to stay afloat. They have 5, but I guess so do most other people. Illinois has actually quite a few divisions. Wow, 16. Damn. Okay. Okay. Okay then. Illinois could take it all. They were not my first choice. That's for damn sure. But hey, you know, they're doing all right. See, Massachusetts could also be a contender, but they're going to be bogged down in this war against New Jersey, because New Jersey can just defend one tile with its whole army, right? So they're actually defending really, really well. But Minnesota's also not throwing their full army strength at it. Minnesota, if you want to get through that, you're going to have to throw everything you have at it. That's what's going to have to happen. I'm very sorry to tell you. My God, how is Manitoba still alive? Saskatchewan actually is alive, and they've pushed back Oklahoma. They've actually pushed Oklahoma back. So they're defending fairly successfully against the Soviet Alaskans, and they're not pushing anymore, really. But they're defending fairly well, at least, against Oklahoma. So Good on Saskatchewan for, you know, giving it the old college try. They also have 15 factories, which is quite incredible. 6 military, which is pretty good. Finally, Manitoba is dead. Ontario's at war with Oklahoma now, which is going to save Saskatchewan's little ass. They might even be able to take their troops off this front line in a bit and move them up and actually fight back against Alaska. California and Nevada are at war. Thank God they can fix this goddamn border gore. This is the most disgusting shit I have ever seen. Texas and the Old Mexican Republic are fighting. The Old Mexican Republic is actually doing really, really well. They have holy shit, they have a lot of divisions. Wow. Again, the Old Mexican Republic, they could be the ones to take all of this. They could be the winners. Mexico could take over the entire continent. This is a possibility now. It really all depends on how the end players end up. I mean, we're getting into these end players now. It looks like California's, I don't know, Nevada, California, they're could go either way. Could go either way. Saskatchewan, of course, doing very well, although they are now at war with Ontario, which is not good. Oh, Texas is fucked. They're at war with Illinois. How the hell is Buckeye Imperium still... Oh, they have a lot of divisions. That's why. I was like, how are they still alive? They're literally at war with everybody around them except for what's left of Texas. They're about to probably be at war with the Mexicans, who will then probably go to war with the Commonwealth. Oh, hey! Rupert's Land formed out of Ontario, so good for Ontario there. They've got 18 divisions. They're fighting Saskatchewan, although, man, Saskatchewan is fighting back. This isn't going to be a quick win, I don't think. Yep, there they go. They declared war on the Buckeye Imperium. I saw that coming. Pennsylvania with 22 divisions, actually. Wow. A lot of them in Quebec. Still fighting Quebec. There's not much left of Quebec. But, you know. Poor Quebec. They're, I don't know. They've still got a little bit of fight, I guess. But not too much. They have a lot of divisions going for them. But I think if they lose Churchill Falls, that'll probably be it. I don't think they've got much fight left in them after that. Illinois fighting Buckeye. Taking them out. Buckeye now pushed back into Baton Rouge and New Orleans. They don't have much left. They don't have much left. Of course, you've got the Commonwealth on the other side. They're defending fairly well, but they're going to run out of everything sooner than later. I mean, they can't keep up. They can't keep it up. They have one military factory. So they can't keep it up. They have a little bit of manpower, but nothing compared to these two. Well, nothing compared to Illinois, at least. Not so much Virginia. They don't really have much in the way of manpower. But yeah, they can't pull from. They can't pull much more. Oh, Pennsylvania declared war on the Garden State, so that's going to... It's probably going to pit Massachusetts against them here very shortly. Yeah, because they just took Quebec. So yeah, once Garden State falls, they'll probably go to war with Massachusetts. Oopsie daisies. We'll observe. Buckeye did die, and now Illinois is on Virginia, and land... Oh, shit, they changed. The Mexicans have changed. They're at war with Nevada. That's going to be a costly war, I think, for them. Nevada has 34 divisions. Mexico has 40. So the fight there is going to be a harsher one, I would imagine. Yep, there they go. They declared war on Massachusetts. So we've got Illinois on the Commonwealth, which is probably going to go well for Illinois, and is going well. We've still got Ontario on Saskatchewan, though they have pushed them back. So, I mean, there you go. Pennsylvania on the Commonwealth, probably going to go in Pennsylvania's favor here, just because they have more shit in general. If they can manage to take, like, actual Massachusetts area, this is all very valuable land. If they can take that, I don't think there's going to be a recovery from Massachusetts here. We're getting into the final big players. I mean, we have Illinois, we have Rupert's Land, we have Nevada, we have the Mexicans, and we're going to have Pennsylvania or Massachusetts. Probably Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania just linked its land up here. This very small corridor between Montreal and northern New York. So that's really good. Apparently Reddit wants me to join r/hurricane. I was just checking out Hurricane Dorian when it was going towards Nova Scotia because I used to live there, so I was just seeing what kind of pictures and stuff from, like, the Bahamas because it was really interesting. But that's not my main focus. Also, Massachusetts pushing back a little bit in Quebec, which is not good for Pennsylvania, though Pennsylvania is fighting more so on this line. And they are still fighting the Garden State, actually. Like, if we go in here, Garden State still has quite a few troops sitting in New York, so they also have to defend that from them. They're not doing very well defending that land. Oh boy. Pennsylvania's running into some trouble. They're a social state. I didn't even realize. The Commonwealth, though, is starting to crack a little bit. They've lost quite a bit of land in like Vermont, New Hampshire, and parts of northern Maine. So that's not really good. Because again, if Pennsylvania can take out, their actual all of Massachusetts and stuff, then that's really going to be a problem for them coming in. They are fighting back pretty heavily, though. If somebody attacks Pennsylvania on the back end, then that'll be it. But yeah. Nevada and Illinois have teamed up against the Mexican states, which is probably going to spell the end for the Mexican states. They've had some troops surrounded and stuff. If we look at Illinois here, they've got three surrounded in Houston, which is not good. So long as Illinois can put that down. But they've got a bunch here too. They're starting to get pushed back towards the coast here, so they could get cut off in this area, which there's a lot of troops in there too. So that would be bad. If they get cut off, and not even the fact that they could get, like, killed, but just the fact that they can no longer help any of the troops in the main bulk of Mexico, right? So that's not good for the Mexicans there. They were doing very, very well, and they have stopped doing so well. Nevada's still fighting Alaska in the north, though, too, but they're also fighting Saskatchewan. So Nevada's fighting a two-front war against the Mexicans, which is why they haven't been doing super well against the Mexicans until Illinois got involved. So there you go. But yeah, there's a town here with a port, so these troops could retreat, and it looks like they are, which would be smart. But they have been cut off, so they really need to get on the defense of Mexico City. Like, if we look at the Mexicans, they have 57 divisions, but they're pretty weak. They're defending fairly well at this point. But it looks like Illinois... Oh my god, Illinois has 114 divisions. So that's not going to go super well. Yeah. Saskatchewan is dead. They were just taken out. I saw that. So Nevada now is at a full front war. They're taking the full brunt of Alaska's troops. Alaska has an army of 23, which isn't huge. If we look at Nevada, they have 65. So you really... And they're almost out of this Mexican... In fact, they are out of this Mexican war now because Illinois has taken that whole front. So all of Nevada's divisions can head north now. So I don't think Alaska's going to survive that one. Rupert's Land has declared war on fucking nobody. They're not strong enough to declare war on any of their neighbors. They have 63 divisions. Though they could probably declare... They could declare war while Massachusetts is still at war with them and the Garden State. They could probably win. Combined, they could probably win. If they sweep in quickly and take out a lot of their valuable land in the south and just leave them with Quebec, they probably could win that war, but it's hard to say. This front has not moved, like, at all. The northern front has, because they had this land up here, and Pennsylvania has pushed back, and they're close to the coast. They could end up surrounding the troops that are in Maine, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia area and cut them off from Boston, which wouldn't be great. But it doesn't look like that's going to necessarily happen. I think Massachusetts could outlast until Illinois is done and declares war on Pennsylvania. Mind you, they have to take out a still fairly resilient and strong Mexico, possibly then Nevada and Rupert's Land first, but it could come to that. The front here is stalled because they don't have support from Nevada anymore, so that's why this is stalled. They're pushing very slowly, but it's not as fast as it initially was when they flooded in. So, yeah. The Alaskans actually doing quite well. They've defended here. This line I don't think has moved, so they're actually doing very well. So, you know, good for them. Good for them. They'll hold on for now. Yeah, you can see Nevada's not very effective in fighting up here. Alaska's troops, I imagine, are built for this. No, they're regular and infantry. Well, who knows what their templates look like, but Nevada troops are built for fighting Mexico, not fighting Alaska. Oh, excuse me. Oh, shit, they've pulled down the coast here. Mexico City could fall. That would be very costly. How is this war going? 47% towards capitulation. But that could change very quickly. Very quickly. All they have to do is take Mexico City, and that'll change pretty hardcore. And Guadalajara and stuff. Like, this is Mexico's, like, heartland, right? So, you know, taking Guadalajara and all these little cities and stuff in here would really... That would pretty much end them. They're about to lose oh, no, they're not about to lose Veracruz, but... Yeah, it's quite the war. Quite the war. What are losses like? 600,000 for the Mexicans, 1 mil for Illinois. That is a stupid amount of casualties, but they can afford it. Their manpower just keeps going up, so that's good. They're doing well. They're doing well. Oh, Garden State fell, so they don't have to worry about those troops attacking. They can now free up those troops that were defending to try and push more. It looks like the Massachusetts has pushed out a little bit, though, again. Because, again, they had almost down to Augusta, but looks like they got pushed back. So, another setback for Pennsylvania's war there. But it looks like they're becoming more aggressive on the Boston line, because they've pushed into Hartford and stuff now. If Boston falls, that's pretty much it, I think. Like, they're not going to be able to survive that much. 17%, 611,000 casualties, 830,000 on Pennsylvania. That's a lot of casualties. This is not a small war. This is a very costly war. Holy shit. Some guy just messaged me. Yeah, because there's not much pushing going on. They're just kind of defending this land just to make sure it doesn't fall. They're really focused on... Oh, shit, they cut off Cape Cod. They just took Cape Cod. Damn. They're pushing north on Boston now. Oh, well, they don't get that anymore, whatever the hell that was. How's this war progressing? Hasn't moved. Okay. Same with this war. My God. I'm hoping Pennsylvania goes to war against Rupert Land so we actually get, like, an interesting war. God damn. Like, this is the only war that's actually got a front that's moving. So, yeah. I mean, the Mexican War was, but now it's stalled out, so... It's going to become a war of attrition on that one, but I think Illinois will win that war of attrition. They're pretty close to taking this tile. Like, look at this. Oh, I thought they had it. They're hard. Oh, there's 13 of them pushing against 3 in Boston. Boston could fall. There is a good possibility these 13 divisions should come to its aid. Nope, Boston fell. Holy shit. Halifax is the new capital. So they moved it really far away. They're like, nope, fuck this. Holy shit, fuck that. Okay. So that's pretty costly that that has fallen. There's a lot of divisions in here defending this one line. Oh, they pushed into Quebec City. The Commonwealth has pushed into Quebec. So while Boston has fallen, they have taken Quebec City. They just took Montreal. Pennsylvania doesn't have the troops to defend Quebec effectively. At all. My goodness. They're getting pushed hard in there. Holy crap. Massachusetts could still win. It's totally possible. I mean, this is going to cost Pennsylvania some. Wow. Yeah, they're steamrolling the units that are in Quebec. They broke that line and that was it. Now they're pushing south. Looks like Pennsylvania's regrouping though. Oh my god, eh? Wow, that's incredible. What a move. What a move. Oh, they've almost taken Mexico City. They have pushed a tile inland here. One more for Mexico City. The Mexicans, though, vehemently defending it. They are not going to let Mexico City go without a fight. They have so many divisions just stacked in these cities and stuff. It's insane. I can't believe it. It's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. The Alaska line has not moved. Man, oh man. Rupert's Land's just kind of, hanging out. They're just hanging out, recovering, making divisions, doing their shit. They could go to war against... well, maybe not. Yeah, no, not quite. 133, yeah. So, technically speaking, both of them are slightly stronger. Pennsylvania is pushing north, though. They've taken Concord. They're moving towards Augusta. They could surround this pretty big contingent in Berlin. But that remains to be seen whether they can actually do that. Quebec is basically a loss at this point. There's a huge amount of divisions up in here. If they could cut these guys off and kill them, that would be a big blow. Big blow. But they haven't. But my question is it worth it to divert that many divisions from your main front line when you're losing all of your main infrastructure by invading Quebec? Like, is that really the smart move? You know what I mean? Like, should you be doing that or should you be putting it elsewhere? I think you should be putting it elsewhere. Honestly. Because Pennsylvania is pushing out of your old capital and some pretty major cities. Almost Boston. Is that actually a thing? Is that a real city? No, that can't be real. That can't be real. Hold on. While you watch their front move. Oh, the shit, they surrounded 7 units, eh? They surrounded a bunch of units. Oh, that's going to be costly. That is going to be costly. That is going to be costly. Okay. Almost Boston. No, it's not a real city. I was thinking that. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not real. That can't be real. Oh, did those units get saved? I think those units got saved. Shit. Berlin's about to fall, though. That's pretty close. If they can do that, they can uniform that line better. They did take this land up in here, too. So they're slowly moving north, and eventually that's going to lead them into taking Montreal and all this stuff. So I don't understand why they're concentrated so much on northern Quebec. Like, defensive, sure. Defend that line. That I agree with. But on an offensive, doesn't make any sense. You have more important fish to fry. Doesn't matter. This whole war is going to bog down once we get here. Unless they can surround and kill a bunch of their divisions before they get there. Did Berlin finally fall? It did. Okay. Berlin did finally fall. They haven't taken Mexico City, but they have taken a tile in. Again, if they can surround these three big guys here, they're going to be in good shape because they can wipe out pretty much the entire Mexican army. But we'll see how that happens and how that goes. This is going to be a costly war for Illinois if they win it. Very costly. Yeah, they're pushing up here, so they're starting to kind of try to cut them off again. They need to take Montreal and try to retake Quebec City if they can. Montreal is very important, though. That's a huge victory point, ping. Huge. Like, if they can manage to take Montreal, they can kill them before they get to Nova Scotia, I think. Like, they can't be... Yeah, see, they're pretty beat up. 64%. They're really beat up. Be really nice if they could re-surround these units and kill them. But they're kind of starting to try and surround Pittsburgh and Montpellier here. Oh, they just took Pittsburgh. Looks like they could take Montpellier pretty quick too, which would be really good. They're kind of closing in on these guys, so it's what they need to do. Like, it's a slow-moving war, this one, but at least somebody's making progress. You know, it's not stalled out like fucking Nevada and Alaska, and for the most part, Illinois and Mexico. Illinois is slowly... Oh, Mexico changed its name again. Azteca Superior now, instead of whatever it was before. Illinois has taken more land, though. They moved south again. Problem is, they won't surrender until they take all these major cities, right? Like, they could take the Yucatan all day fucking long, but there's nothing on it, really. There's some small cities, but it's not enough to, I don't think, make them give up. Oh, they took all this northern New York and stuff. They're on the doorstep of Montreal, but they're not fighting for it yet. It looks like they want this area here first. That's what it looks like. They're moving into Maine pretty steadily. I mean, they've taken Bangor. They've taken most of Maine. Like, there's not much of Maine left to take. They've taken all the Maine... They've taken all the Maine parts of Maine. I'm so fucking fun. Why did they... Wait, what? What are you doing? Why did you take troops off that line? What the fuck, Pennsylvania? You stupid shits. You had all of that. Why did you take troops off? Oh my god, oh my god. You idiots. You absolute morons. Also, retreat these troops. Get these troops out of here. Have a small defend force. Get most of them out. Get them back into the main fight. You stupid... Oh my god. They're about to cut them off, though. If they do cut them off, these 4 units, then it's kind of worth it. But these units could still get out. If they were smart, they'd leave. They'd go for a defense of Montreal. They wouldn't stick around. Yeah, they're vehemently trying to defend this side of the river. They're starting to attack for Quebec City now. Shit. They could take Quebec City. They've pushed into southern New Brunswick. A little bit. They're close to St. John, which is a good port to take. Yeah, they retook that. And they're fighting again for that side of the river. You already fought for this, you shitheads. You already had this. They're actually winning against them in Quebec City, which is quite important. And the Commonwealth's starting to break down, I think, a little bit. How's this going? They haven't moved? No. Doesn't look like anybody's moved. Same with that one. Nobody's fucking moved. Why is this the only interesting war? Straight up. It's gotten to that point where there's just a lot of divisions, and they're just kind of, the AI just kind of throws them at the line, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I'm interested to see Rupert's Land versus Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's been fighting for a long time. They've taken a shit ton of casualties. They're almost out of manpower. But Rupert's Land's been sitting here building divisions and building up their manpower. So it could be an attrition war that I think Rupert's Land will win. Both these guys are kind of running out of manpower. Massachusetts has no manpower, which is why they're losing this war so badly now. Because they have nothing to back up their troops. When they die, or when their troops get exhausted, they can't replenish quick. Which is why they're about to lose this land and possibly Montreal immediately afterwards. Yeah, they just lost that. And now there's a actual fight for Montreal. Montreal is a huge loss for them if they lose it. There's been some pushback in Maine. So there has been pushback. They had pretty much up into here, and they definitely had right next to St. John, and they're getting pushed back now. So that's interesting. If they take Montreal, though, that's a whole different kettle of fish. Which it looks like they could take. Oh no, they're not pushing in. They need to reinforce this line, though, like pretty desperately. How's this going? Oh! The Mexicans have retaken a lot of land. The Mexicans could still come back and win this, and it looks like they might. They just pushed quite a lot. Yeah, they just pushed a lot. They could still come back and win that. Keep in mind, once they get to the Nevada line, they do have to fight Nevada again. Which is definitely not going to be an easy foe. They have 91 divisions. How many do these guys have? Holy shit. They have a lot of divisions. They're running kind of low on manpower, though. 423 divisions for them. The thing is they're running low on manpower. The Mexicans are. If the Mexicans run out of manpower, what are they on? Can I tell? Extensive conscription too. Yeah, so they're pretty deep into the hole. How they managed to push back Illinois, I don't really know, because they're really deep into the hole, and they are losing men like fucking nothing. They're still winning on most fronts, though, against them. So I really don't know how they're pulling that off. But they're almost out of manpower. So that slight pushback could end. I don't know whether they're going to... Yeah, they just got 30k again. Did they go to scraping the barrel? Service by requirement now. Yeah, so they're ticking up. Their manpower is fucked. 44,000. Yeah, they're not doing super hot on the manpower department. This is kind of keeping up. Kind of. But I don't think it's going to keep up forever. They're losing a lot of men. 70k. Yeah, this will probably stuff them for another year or so, but that war is getting costly. Did they take Montreal yet? No. Bunch of boring shits. This war better not stall out too. Fuck's sakes. I mean, they are still taking small snippets of land. The real fight is for Montreal. They really should be focusing on Montreal right now. They are winning on every single front right now. Oh, almost. Never mind. If they could take Montreal, then they've got it. But they need to take and then keep Montreal. They had it before. They probably would have won already if they had kept fucking Quebec in place. But, you know. Extra research slot. Good for them. They can research more. Take Montreal, you lazy shits. You have the upper hand. You just need to keep the attack going. Like, did you not see? Every time you attack Montreal, it's pretty high. See, if you had kept it going. Bunch of wimps. Jeez. Yeah, they've lost land. They've been pushed back to Bangor on that side. The Commonwealth could still come back. It's totally possible. Oh, Alaska is pushing. Holy shit. Didn't expect that. The Mexicans are still pushing. Oh, they have more manpower now, but are they on... Did they go to scraping the barrel? No, they're still on service by requirement, but it's keeping up, at least, with their demands for manpower. For now, it is keeping up. It won't last forever. They need to end this war. Otherwise, they're going to be in trouble. Because Illinois still has 1.4 mil. And they're on extensive conscription, too. But they have more men out of it. So. I don't know. These wars, they never end. I think I'm going to pause it. And I'll come back when there's any kind of crazy development. Alright, so some interesting developments. As you can see, Pennsylvania has just smashed the Quebec line. They took Montreal, Quebec City, on all this land very, very fast. So if they can keep a defense here, which they don't seem to be doing super well, because they've lost Bangor and Augusta, and they just lost up here. If they can keep this line up here, but while taking the rest of Quebec, then they should be okay. It all depends on whether they can hold that fucking line here, though. They're surrounding quite a few, units and stuff of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So that's not really going to be good for them. But if they can't hold this line, it won't fucking matter. And they're not doing a super duper great job. So, yeah, they could still lose. That's the thing. This giant breakthrough doesn't mean anything. It just means they took over most of Quebec again. Good job. That was shit you already had. Right now, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts controls about half, so they're only about halfway capitulated. They were higher, but then they retook like Augusta, Bangor, and like this area in here. So that really helped. But of course, they did lose Montreal, which didn't help them at all. If this can be a quick takeover and they can quickly get their troops back on this front line before they lose too much, then Pennsylvania probably has a good chance of winning still. If they can't, well, they could still very much lose. On the other end, the Illinois has pushed back against the Mexicans again because Mexico has run out of manpower again, and I think they've gone to scraping the barrel. So, yeah, Mexico is pretty fucked up at this point because they're scraping the barrel, and even then they don't have manpower. Whereas 2.43 million manpower in Illinois, and they are on service by requirement, yes, but they still have 2.6 million men to pull from before they even have to scrape the barrel. So, a little bit of an advantage there. They're still losing on most of these, but they just captured Mexico City, so I don't think Mexico has too long left unless they can somehow pull a miraculous victory out of their ass, which I can't see. So, yeah. That's kind of what's going on. If these guys can quickly take over, which I think they can, they seem to overwhelm the local troops pretty heavily. Also, there's no port for these guys to escape from anymore. And Churchill Falls, I think, is... No, Happy Goose Bay. Happy Valley Goose Bay is still there. Why does it say Happy Goose Bay? It's Happy Valley Goose Bay, you friggin' arseholes. But yeah, it looks like they're about to overrun the final, what is it, 6 divisions in there. So, yeah, that, there you go. And they did it without losing too much land here. I mean, they lost a little bit on the initial, but they can then pull these troops hopefully back in for a push through Maine now. And retake all that shit they lost and hopefully win. Just fucking win already so we can have a different fucking war. They got cut off. They have no... I don't think there's any supply up here now. There's no ports, and I don't think there's any towns up where they've taken, so... Don't think they're gonna do super well. There's 9 divisions up there, which is a lot. But they are suffering from attrition. Oh, they just lost that sliver of land. Yeah, they're not doing too well. They're not doing too well up there at all. However, Pennsylvania's not doing too well down here. So, I mean, really, who's to say, right? Who's the judge? Oh, Mexico. Oh, dear. They have fully, like, collapsed in on themselves. Nevada's taken some land back up here, but they're still on a net loss to Alaska, which is pretty sad. They just got surrounded. They just got killed. They're fucked. This war might end before Pennsylvania's. In fact, it definitely will. That's sad. Because they're shrinking. What's left of the Mexican army is shrinking. And they don't have much left to lose before they get fucked up. Yep, and there it goes. And did they just declare war on Pennsylvania? Oh my god, okay. That wasn't who I expected them to declare war on first, but okay. So Pennsylvania's probably going to get screwed now because they're on a 2 front. And they were barely winning on Massachusetts. Oh dear. Look at the Illinois troops flooding the border. Just flooding the border. And Harrisburg is not far from that border, which is not good for Pennsylvania there. And all of their, like, good stuff is in here. Like, if they lose in here, they're just going to lose in general, I think. Oh, man. Yep, the Commonwealth is pushing back now. Because the troops have moved to that border to try and defend their capital. So the Commonwealth now is pushing back in. They're looking at getting into Vermont and New Hampshire. Yep, they just pushed into the north of those states. Will they retake Boston before Illinois gets there? That is the question. Also, Pennsylvania is collapsing. Holy shit. I expected them to put up a little bit of a better fight than that, but I guess not. A lot of units surrounded in here. They could get pocketed. It's totally plausible. They are about to lose New York. Yep, they just got pocketed. So these units are all fucking screwed. And they just lost New York. Long Island is gone. A huge contingent of like 25 or more units, no, more than that, like 30 units, is in here dead. They're dead. They're absolutely dead. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like pretty much 30 units. 29? Yeah, they're getting squished in here. Oh man. The thing is that Massachusetts is next. Like, I don't think they realize that they're probably next. Yeah, oh yeah, they're done. They're gonna lose like one more little town, and they're done. They're gonna lose all these units, and they're probably gonna surrender. They just pocketed like 40 units there. Yeah, they just got all overrun. They just all died. Ooh, 10 million almost. Yeah, they died. And now it's Illinois on Massachusetts, which will probably go pretty close to the same way. Although now Illinois has to push all the way back up. They captured Quebec, almost captured Quebec City. If they can capture Quebec City from them, they'll have a port. And these 4 units can actually survive. Oh my god, they did it. Massachusetts is actually pushing down, though. Oh, never mind. No, they're not. They were. And then they weren't. Very quickly. Because Illinois has a shit ton of troops and manpower and all of the factories. Just all of the factories. And Massachusetts has been fighting a massive, prolonged war, which has decimated their armed forces and their troop numbers. So, yeah. There are some, just so you know, Newfoundland is still alive. They have, like, 50-some divisions. They are at war with island nations out here. So there's Hawaii, but there's also the Line Islands out here, which is very interesting. I don't know how that's going to go. But, yeah, Newfoundland's at war with Honolulu, which is not on the right fucking island, which is infuriating. But whatever. And they're also at war with the Line Islands. So, yeah. They were at war with the Line Islands. But now they're at war with the Panama Canal. So they're trying to invade the canal. Wow, which has units on it, so it's going to be really difficult. San Juan, Puerto Rico also exists. They're at war with the Line Islands. Yes, they are. But they haven't gone and invaded it. But I'm just ignoring them. They don't exist because nobody's ever going to fucking invade them. So I don't care. I don't give a shit. Illinois, apparently a run for their money with Massachusetts, who has changed color and is now New England. They have re-strengthened into New England. Oh, shit, they actually have quite a bit of manpower all of a sudden. Oh, because they reformed, so they're not pulling just out of Massachusetts. They're pulling out of everything now. It's like the Socialist Republic of Illinois. They're pulling out of everywhere. Oh, Jesus. Or maybe they're just scraping the fucking barrel. I don't know. All adults serve. So they're in worse shape than Illinois as far as conscription stuff goes. They're also losing land in Quebec to harassing Illinois units that are up there. And they are steadily losing land to Illinois as well, just in general. So they only have 81 divisions, so I mean, what do you really expect, right? Numbers in general are just going to overwhelm them, which is crazy. So we don't have a Mexican state. It looks like Illinois is going to take this, but you never know. Surprises happen, right? I'm kidding. This is definitely going to go to Illinois. But we may as well watch the carnage. They're taking it all faster than Pennsylvania did, at the very least. They're moving quickly into New York. Although they're defending fairly well on the line. They're winning the engagements, they just get overwhelmed. That's the thing, right? They're winning everything. They're just getting their asses kicked. Which is highly unfortunate, but it is the way it is. Yeah, they're moving. They're almost in Albany. They've removed their capital to Boston, so that's nice. Glad they have that back. They're losing land, though, to a bunch of them up here that are just harassing their troops. So that's keeping their troops off the front line, right? So, I mean, even if this just gets killed and destroyed, it's the distraction that really counts. And if these guys can fight north fast enough, they could actually, you know, they could help. They could link. It's totally possible. So, I mean, they're taking this land pretty fast overall. They're about to move into southern Massachusetts now. They're fighting for Providence and the city that totally exists of almost Boston. Almost Boston. Why is Providence not here, but Barnstable is? That's interesting. Oh, they lost Providence. Oh, yep, they lost almost Boston. They're fighting now to keep Massachusetts whole. They lost Albany. So they're pushing into northern New York now. Ooh, this contingent is pushing into Quebec pretty heavily. They're fighting for Montreal now, which is incredible. Like, there was 4 units there to start with. So Illinois has taken advantage of that pocket, which is good because they need to. Oh, they lost Cape Cod. Now they're fighting for the capital. They're fighting for Boston. New England is not doing well. Oh, man. And they just lost Boston. Halifax has been renamed as the capital again. Massachusetts in general is gone. They have the small North Oh, no, they don't. Massachusetts is now fully under the control of Illinois. They're still holding on to Montreal, though. So they still have a pretty major city with Montreal. That's their biggest city, I think, right now, is Montreal. But there's heavy fighting going on for it. Like, really heavy. They've almost linked up with that pocket in a weird way, but they almost have. They're pushing into southern New Brunswick now. They're trying to surround this Montreal pocket here. They're cutting off these divisions from defending Halifax, which is smart. Because these guys are just going to march across, right? Because there's nobody here. So these guys are just going to march right into Halifax. Yep, and they're gone. And they declared war on Rupert's Land. Which will be another probably quick war. Also, Rupert's Land switched to Winnipeg as their capital. That's interesting. So no more Toronto. Although Toronto's pretty big thing for them. So that's interesting. Nevada's war against Alaska is still pretty stalemated. Doesn't really matter. Nevada will be next. I can see Rupert's Land holding on a little bit longer just because they have a lot of units for one. But they've been sitting around preparing. So they have, they have a lot of stockpile and stuff, or at least they should. But at the same time, numbers. As you can see in Ontario, they're being very much overwhelmed simply by numbers. They just lost some units in encirclement there. They're not going to lose them in this because they can't get encircled. I was like, ooh, they're going to get encircled here, but they can just fucking leave. But they've lost all of southern Ontario already, which is a huge blow because that's most of their shit. Like, yeah, look at their factories now. Like, it's a pretty big blow. They are taking land here, though. I just noticed. They just took a little sliver of land. Oh, they lost it again. But they took it. That's the main thing. They did initially take it. And now they're getting absolutely fucking... Oh, shit! The Combined Syndicate States of America exists now. Congratulations. The communist state. They've got everything they needed for that. The commies are going to probably win. That's depressing. How many troops does Nevada have? Holy shit, they actually have a shit ton of units. 324 versus 839. But those 324 have been fighting how many? 46, and they can't fucking take it. In fact, they've lost land. They fucking lost land. For some reason, Rupert's Land decided to declare war on Alaska all of a sudden. Don't really know why. Rupert's Land's doing well defending their capital, though. Winnipeg has not fallen yet. Like, they're not doing terrible here. They're going to lose. They are losing. Winnipeg will fall very shortly, but it hasn't fallen yet. And that's the main thing. It's crazy. Just slaughtered them in southern Ontario. That's really where they should have been more protecting. In southern Ontario, more so than Winnipeg. I mean, Winnipeg's pretty screwed here. They just took south of Winnipeg. They looked like they're going to surround the city. Like, it looks like they could surround the city. Because they're not attacking the city right now. They're attacking this... Yeah, see? And they're attacking that pocket now. So they're surrounding the city. Oh, that's evil. that is just evil. Oh, they took it. There's not long left in the world for them, is there? No. Not really. What do they have that's left that's really like a major center? Sault Ste. Marie, although it's not on the map. I mean, they have Churchill. They have Saskatoon, I guess, still. Have they lost? They've lost Regina, though, have they not? Brandon, Manitoba. Where is Regina at? Right here? Have they not lost it? Is it not on the map? Why is it on the map? It's bigger than Saskatoon, I'm pretty sure. Whatever. Whatever. They're pushing pretty heavy now into them anyway. They'll be in Saskatoon here very shortly. Very shortly. I really like to see a naval invasion happen. I know it's a little too late because they have enough divisions to defend, but it'd be really interesting. Wait a minute. Are they getting pushed back? They just got pushed back. They were closer to Saskatoon than that. Yeah, they lost Plentywood. They're getting pushed back? What? How? That's incredible. They just got pushed back. Rupert's land has some fight in them yet. Yeah, they got pushed back. Huh. Ooh. Take this. Surround a bunch of their units. Be that dick. Oh, they're starting to push in again. Damn it. That was awesome. You imagine Rupert's land pushes them back, takes them over. What an upset. What a freaking upset that would be. My goodness, that would be crazy. Like the only chance right now is Nevada. It would be Nevada. Although they're probably going to go to war with Alaska first. I just hope that it doesn't end up like what Nevada's doing right now. So I swear to God. I'll take control of one of them and do it myself, for God's sakes. Like, the fact that Alaska's still alive is a miracle. And the fact that Rupert's land is pushing back against them and not allowing them forward is also quite the miracle. Well, there they go. There's a renewed offensive. And it looks like it's that Rupert's land on the offensive. That's kind of crazy. They actually managed to push them back. I think they've lost Plentywood now. Oh, no, they haven't. Plentywood is still under their control. It boosted them up a little bit. Huh. That's kind of weird. Now they can't seem to push into Saskatchewan. Please don't tell me this war has stalled out somehow. You have like a billion friggin'... You have 1,000 divisions against, what, 145? How the fuck are you stalling out? Like, straight up. How is your giant war machine stalled out against fighting some guy in northern Canada? Like, come on. That's just sad. They are pushing back again, to their credit, but it's just kind of sad. Yeah, they're taking up to the southern border here, the border with Saskatchewan and Canada. So they are taking that up, and they're pushing up in here now. But they're not really pushing where it matters, which is towards Saskatoon. That's where they need to be going. They just lost land again. Look, they just lost that pocket. That's kind of crazy. Like, yeah, surround this. There you go. That's what you want to do. Surround this. Take them out. That's what you really want to do. Because they have a lot of forces in here. If you can surround and take that out, oh, that's a decisive blow. A lot of trading places here. A lot of trading places. Oh shit, they actually just took that back. What is Illinois doing? I don't understand. Or I guess it's now, what are the syndicates of America doing? They're very ineffective at warfare if they're losing land now to this. There they go. It's starting to push up a little bit. I mean, they've taken definitely way more than they've lost, but, I mean, the fact that they've lost land is pretty incredible. I mean, Rupertstein doesn't even have any manpower left. Like, they've lost it all. They've all of their men are dead. They've lost 3.7 million men, which is huge. That is an insane amount of men to have lost in such a short time. Oh, they're almost to Saskatoon. They're right on the outskirts now. I think, once they lose Saskatoon. Really, Churchill? Really? Really? They're gonna... Yep. Okay. If that's the fucking shit you want to pull, screw you. Quickly, get up there. Push north. I swear, if you're this incompetent at fighting Alaska... My eye really hurts today. I don't really know why. It's like really dry. I don't know what I did. I sleep on it funny? How do you sleep on your eye? That's dumb. What am I saying? Slept on my eye funny. Well, they've surrounded a pocket of troops in here. Well, that's going to be costly, even if it's only a few troops. The same within here. They just did that again. They're going to pocket troops like that. That's going to cost them. Oh, they're about ready to go. Yeah. They are about ready to go. They lose one more significant pocket of land and they're done. Yep, and there they go. Yep, and they declared war on Alaska. Oh, Jesus. I swear to God. This ends up like Nevada's currently doing. I am going to fucking flip my lid. Where's Alaska's troops? So they've got 14. Yeah, they're all fighting Nevada. They're going to flood into here and across, but they're going to defend this line. Just smart. I mean, I'll give Alaska this. You can't survive this long with that little troops without having a pretty decent... Oh shit, no, Nevada, no. Get taken over again. Get fucked. Seriously, get fucked up. No, Alaska push, take that. Oh. Oh my. God damn. God damn it. There, they've taken all the land they can. Ah, there we go. They're just gonna say fuck it and declare war on Nevada and go through them. Alright, I'm in for that. I'm on board. It's who is going to initially take some land? Can Nevada initially take some? The answer to that looks like no. Which is bad. Now, Nevada has a lot of troops, though. 408 divisions, so they have a lot of troops to defend. Like, to their credit, they're going to do okay. This isn't going to be a short war. This will be a long war. Like, you can see there's nothing moving. Yeah, a little move there. A little move up north. But it's very slow and few. It's not like a big push, right? Oh, Alaska just made a little push. Apparently Alaska's feeling some renewed energy. But yeah, this will be a long, costly war. Nevada... Yeah, they're on service by requirement. so are they. So pretty even on that. That's not going to significantly affect anything. But it's going to be a long, brutal war. So I'm going to pause it, and we will come back and see if there's a surprise upset with Nevada taking it, or whether the combined syndicates of America can continue their pushes. Because they are pushing in slowly. Very, very slowly. But I don't think we're going to see a full collapse of Nevada right away. So I'm going to pause it, and we'll come back. Alright, we've pretty much come to the end. Nevada is fully collapsed. There was a couple of pretty big troop surroundings that kind of did them in. So yeah, they're not doing very well against the massive army of the syndicates. Alaska is still somehow hanging on. The syndicates have not pushed in anywhere. I don't know whether that will change when Nevada does eventually go down here. They're pretty close to Carson City, and they just took it. So, yeah, Nevada's pretty close to collapsing. They're about to lose Sacramento and San Francisco, which is probably going to be the last little bit. So why is Sacapus? Why not Portland? Weird. Why not Sacramento? Why not Portland? I can't say Seattle. Olympia's still there. There's a couple of options other than that. Okay. It's a weird one, but hey, whatever, man. And there it goes. And now they're just at war with Anarchist Alaska. Now, whether they'll take it immediately, I don't know, but Anarchist Alaska is never going to take them over. So, oh yeah, they're actually pushing in. They surrounded quite a few Alaskan troops, actually, because there's quite a few troops in there. So they've surrounded those troops. They're dead. There's no port, so they're just going to die. Yeah, whether they'll push in fully and take Alaska, I don't really know. I'm not going to stick around. Combined Syndicates of America, which was originally the state of Illinois, has won. Congratulations. Good job. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.